I'm Jerry Agar. So Formula One racing has decided to get rid of who they call the grid girls, spokesmodels, cheerleaders. I don't know what the best way is to describe them, but they're ladies who are there as part of the racing. And there are feminists who think this is just outrageous. The women are there as scantily clad furniture, sexualizing women. It's provocative. I'd never let my daughter wear a grid girl outfit. Guess who's not happy about this? The ladies who do the job. We'll get into some more of that in just a moment. But joining me, the founder of Girl Talk Empowerment, motivational speaker. Find out more at girltalkempowerment.com. Katie Zeppieri. Katie, welcome back.
Hi, Jerry.
Were you familiar with grid girls up to now?
I didn't know that that's what they were called.
Okay, but you knew that the position existed.
Yes.
All right. And did you have a problem with it?
So, for me, I'm kind of neutral about the grid girl position. It's neither here nor there. To me, if Formula One wanted to get rid of the position, it wouldn't really bother me in the same way that if it is a position and women want to do it, it wouldn't really bother me.
But I'm looking at a tweet from Rebecca Cooper. She's one of the people who now will no longer have this opportunity, which was extra money for her. She does something else for a living. And she writes, scantily clad furniture, sexualizing women, provocative, I'd never let my daughter wear a grid girl outfit. Just some of today's comments. Yet people clearly haven't done their research, as these are my outfits from my 5 years in F1 racing. And she prints these pictures, and you'd come in here to do the show as you used to do once a week, wearing out these outfits. You'd go to work in an office wearing these outfits. I think people who don't research it, as she's suggesting, hear these comments, I'd never let my daughter dress like that, and they think maybe these girls are made to walk around in bikinis or low-cut dresses with, just long enough dresses, that kind of thing. That's not what they're doing.
Yeah, I took a look at the costumes, too, for the Formula One, and, considering the range of costumes, I think in some ways they're more conservative than many that are out there. And you know what? It's this kind of work I consider to be promo modeling, and
right.
It's basically a job just like any other modeling job. In my opinion, I think that if you start kind of attacking this, where does that stop? It's the same as modeling on a billboard or a magazine cover. And that's just kind of the way that it is.
Well, one of them writes, Michelle Westby, she writes, we are more clothed than what teenagers wear to the supermarket.
Yeah. I can hear the argument where I wouldn't necessarily say that grid girls are especially pro-women. It's just not especially one way. And I wouldn't say that they're especially anti-women. And for me, it really comes down to, two big questions when I consider a job like this. Is it exploitive? Are women being forced into doing this? Are they being taken advantage of? And that's not the case here. In fact, many girls and women aspire to get to that sort of role. And that might not be the choice that I would want for myself. It might not be the choice for many women, but there are some who do want that. And my second question would be, is this demoralizing? And I know that's a bit more of a subjective sort of thing, but I think as a society, you can kind of have a sense of what falls on a moral level, and I don't think that this goes against that.
All right.
I personally did some promo modeling along the way when I was getting my company up and running, and I worked for a company where I had a choice. I could choose which companies I wanted to work for. I had a say in what I wanted to wear and what I didn't want to wear.
All right. So Katie Zeppieri is the founder of Girl Talk Empowerment and motivational speaker, trying to get girls going in the right direction. You didn't just do promo modeling. You were a beauty contestant as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I was in the pageant world for a little while there, and again, many of these girls who I was with wanted to get, say, more into the entertainment world, and the entertainment world is highly focused on appearance, and people felt that getting into pageants or doing promo modeling would sort of be a launch to those different career paths. Even Oprah was in a beauty pageant, when she was younger. It's a way of getting some sort of exposure on yourself, and you can kind of choose what you want to do and how you want to grow your career from there. I actually started an event management company because I was a promo model and made some really good contacts with the organizers and ended up getting hired directly and then sort of started my own thing.
Now, Rebecca Cooper, another one of these F1 grid girls. If you've just joined us, F1 Formula Racing is getting rid of the grid girls. They are people who would be there representing the various brands like GM or somebody like that. That might be, well, they are promo models, and they would be wearing clothing with the name of the sponsor. They interact with the crowd. They carry driver name boards on the grid. Rebecca Cooper did it for 5 seasons, and she said it's ridiculous that women who say that they are fighting for women's rights are saying what other women should and shouldn't do. Stop us from doing a job we're proud to do. It's political correctness gone mad.
Well, that's the thing, right? I think like there can be a bit of an overstep here, and oftentimes, like with the appearance thing, it can go many different ways. And I'll hear some women saying, "Well, you know, it's almost like you can't be too attractive, or you can't use your appearance to help, you know, benefit your career." And I'm not sure if that's extremely pro-women.
Michelle Westby says, if it wasn't for grid work / promotional modeling, I wouldn't be where I am now in a male-dominated sport. That's what got her in there. And from there, she began to learn about the sport from all of the guys around her. And she is now, in fact, a professional driver, a competitor in drift racing, I guess. And she says, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to inspire other young girls and young women to get involved in the racing sport. But that's how I got into the sport. And she thinks that's yet another opportunity being taken away.
Well, there you go. Like, and there's an example, right? Many of these women who get into this are very enterprising, and it's a transitionary job, it's an entry job, and it's a job. And then they can choose how they want to use it and how they want to grow with it and what they're comfortable with. And I think that's the most important thing.
One of the women who's complaining, Katie, says, if these women think that they're fighting for women's rights by telling us we can't be grid girls, are they then going to tell female singers what they can and cannot wear on stage?
Well, exactly. It's like, where do you draw the line there? Because, again, the entertainment world is highly looks dependent, and that's whether you're a male or you're a female, right? So that's part of your brand. That's part of your marketing. And I think that these people complaining here are maybe stepping over a line.
Yeah, I don't know that Formula One, Katie, made the decision, you know, we really actually don't need this position. It's not something we need to spend money on. I think they are reacting in the #MeToo world to probably a very small number of people who are attacking them angrily, and they don't have the nerve to stand up.
Perhaps. Yeah, I understand that companies are going to be under a lot of criticism, and I think it requires a bit of critical thinking. And from their perspective, like, do we need this? Like, again, I'm neutral about this position. I'm not saying we need grid girls. I'm just saying, does it make sense for the company? And are there women who want to do this and aren't being forced into doing this? And that should make the decision right there.
Well, see, I thought that actually the whole women's movement was about women having the choice to live their lives the way they want to. And if these women are saying, look, this was real opportunity for me, it's still opportunity for me, plus it's a lot of fun as far as I'm concerned, then who the hell are these people to tell them they can't do it?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think you're right, and I think it has a lot to do with having the power to make that choice for themselves.
Katie Zeppieri, girltalkempowerment.com. Good to talk to you.
Thanks, Jerry.